You're good.
Shelton, what was your impression of Zach Thompson? In particular, the stuff that he looked like he was pounding low pretty well.
Yeah, I thought he threw the ball really well. Yeah, I mean, he continues to have good outings. I think today's the best he used his whole repertoire. Kept the ball at the bottom, the velocity stayed, but overall, really good outing. I mean, to be able to get it out of it there with the double play ball at the end, it was nice to see.
Shelton, he's had success as a reliever, as a starter. Do you have a preference? Do you need to have a preference, or is that somebody you can jockey back and forth?
Yeah, I think the fact that he's done both is really important. I mean, we've talked about versatility. We've talked about, if guys are starters, how we're going to use them. I mean, I don't think we'll see very many traditional starters, especially in April, and we may not through the year. But his ability to do both things, I think, is really important. And as of now, we haven't decided. But today was a really good outing.
Do you think it's realistic to have him start a game and then the next week pitch out of the bullpen for 3, and then the next week start a game?
Yeah, I think
to jockey back and forth.
I think it's realistic that we could have guys that would get a bulk of innings in different roles, whether we open for them or they started games depending on the matchup. But I think with him and other people, you could see us do that.
How's Key doing?
Key was good. He took ground balls today. He ran straight ahead. Watched him run. So yeah, today was a really positive day for Key.
The base running obviously would represent progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was just running straight ahead at about 50%. There was not a ton of effort to it. It was just to get him moving and see how it was. But overall, it was it was an important day. But no cutting or nothing at full speed, and definitely not on the bases.
Diego Castillo is killing it, obviously. If you were to keep him for the opening day roster, would it have to be as a starter rather than let him just sit on the bench for however instead of regular playing time?
Yeah, if we did keep him, I don't think it would have to be as a full-time starter. I mean, with the speculation that the rosters are going to expand to 28, we have the ability. We have a ton of versatility. The fact that he has played multiple positions on the infield has, really been a positive thing for him. But I think right now with our roster, we're going to have versatility. So he could definitely make our club as a bench guy.
Does not being super utility hurt him in any way?
No, because we've seen him play short. And I think that's the most important thing. He's played short. He played short yesterday. He caught the ball. He's very steady. If you hit the ball to him, he catches it, and that's a really positive thing. So the fact that he's played all 3 there is, really, really what stands out.
With Greg Allen, he had the stolen base where he was at third base by the time the pitcher turned around, and aside from just the stolen bases themselves, just him being a threat on the bases, having that ability to distract guys, just how much of a help does that have?
Yeah, it's a different dynamic, and it's a little different than anything we've had, in the past 2 years. When he's on, he's looking to run. And it's not just stealing second, it's stealing third. The other day he stole second and third, I think, on 4 pitches. And he's had really consistent at-bats, but it does add a different element. And he pays attention, to what's going on in the bases, and that's why he's been able to get some bags.
Shelton, I don't ask this saying he's gotten comfortable in a negative connotation, but Ben Gamble seems like he's really taken a liking to the playing time and has a good role in that. He's the last person I would accuse of getting comfortable. But how have you seen his demeanor change, how he goes about his business change? And maybe he hasn't at all. Maybe that's what sticks out to you.
I think the only thing that's changed is his hair, and he's a dad now. But other than that, I don't think he ever takes a day for granted. We got him last year, off the waiver wire, and he played himself into a full-time role and had a good year, and he came into camp, and we told him there was going to be competition, and he's continued to have good at-bats. And I think he, the way he approaches every day is, I need to play well every day to stay in the big leagues, and that's a really good way to look at things. When you're a big league player, you have to continue to go, and that's what he does.